It's Plymouth Art Weekend of 2018 and this is Art Across the City.
Money print really fun. But her hands come out of it. This year's something to Brexit. Hello, lovely. I think I loosed it up for quite a while reading. Yesterday, all the time I saw you were standing up, I thought, we've had a lot of time on my fingers today. You alright?
So what's this installation about?
We are cleaning in process. So we are now cleaning Plymouth, but with more household objects. So not objects you would expect to clean Plymouth with. And then Eleanor, who's not here, she's the artist of this this art performance here today. She's just gone for a break, but she'll be back in hopefully within half an hour to an hour.
Okay.
We're also asking the public if they want to get involved as well. Just kind of like looking at Plymouth a bit differently, and hopefully just experience something quite new and exciting, but also having quite a humorous tone to it as well. I mean, you wouldn't see every day someone cleaning a leaf or dusting some piece of rock, but it's just something a bit humorous that kind of maybe have themes about, you know, the cleaning and who's responsible cleaning Plymouth. Is it like a whole communal thing, or it's a lot of themes going on with that, environmental, so loads of themes going on, but we're taking more of a humorous tone to it, so it's not so serious. And just having fun with it, really. Asking the public to get involved.
And making people think.
Yeah, making people think, but not in such a serious, must clean Plymouth way. It's just a humorous, ask people to get involved.
Sometimes it has the opposite effect.
Yeah.
Most people, turn.
We don't want to put our opinions out there at all. It's open to everyone, a safe place to get involved and be part of an art performance, and in here in Plymouth for the Art Weekender, really. That's mostly what it's about. We're just having fun. I mean, it's bright yellow, lovely glorious day, which we were lucky to have. Last Saturday was awful. And it's just having fun, really. And getting involved with the art here, and having to be hosting the Plymouth Art Weekender is great as well.
Thanks very much. What's your name?
Kate Summerhays.
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, so...
Hello, what's this piece about?
So it's about the financial crisis in the UK that happened in 2008.
Yes.
And so it's a really cool interactive piece where you pop your card in and then it prints out a receipt. And it asks you different questions like hello, how are you, and then asks you how much you know about the crisis, and you can just rate it, and with yes or no answers, and it ends with like a really good quote and just very quite thought-provoking fact. And it's just to get people to start, think about finance and the economy, I guess.
Yeah, so I think we think about that all the time.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on. So
no, most definitely. So the artist is Lara. Oh wait, let me just get her name up. Yeah, I don't remember her surname. I need to know the surname.
That's alright. So this is the work of
Luna Bartley, yeah. So it's working with the Pervasive Media Studio, and the technician was Peter Bennett.
Yes.
And
is he from Plymouth, or you're from Bristol?
We're all working from Bristol.
Yeah.
So it's not from Plymouth, but we've come here to present it in Plymouth.
Yeah, so what brought you down to Plymouth?
Pardon?
What made you decide?
It was it's an open art festival.
It's the Plymouth Arts Weekend.
Yeah, so
with the Open Studios.
Yeah.
And the Atlantic show. I'm not sure what that's all about.
I'm not sure either.
I think it's a way of getting funding by combining. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's why we're here, and just to. I think they came last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, thanks a lot for your time anyway.
No worries. That's all right, you too. Bye.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Simon Honeywell.
And what's this exhibition all about?
You are standing in Fathom, which is a sonic art piece which has been put together by Jane Grant, John Mathias and myself, with help from Jay Alban, who did all of the audio editing. And Fathom is about using a sound system to create a sonic surface at 1 fathom above the ground, which you can walk through. So you walk, as you walk into the piece, you enter the piece underwater, and as you walk up the staging in the centre, using the unique properties of the sound system we have, we can create a sonic surface. So your head essentially comes out of the water, and in the centre here you hear the sound above.
And this was recorded in Plymouth about 5 years ago?
Well, a lot of it, the recorded material we're using, we recorded in Plymouth Sound and in the Tamar Estuary in 2013.
And what made you come up with the idea?
Well, it wasn't initially my idea, it's Jane Grant's concept.
Yeah.
And she and John came to me for a technical solution. How do we do this? At the time, well, I worked with Martin Audio a lot, a renowned English.
And they're based in Plymouth?
No, they're in High Wycombe. And they have this loudspeaker system which uses multicellular technology, and we can actually program it to create that surface at 2 meters off the ground, essentially 6'6".
Yeah. So this is part of the
Atlantic.
The Atlantic, sorry.
Yeah, Atlantic project.
What's that all about?
That has been organised by a chap called Tom Trevor. I can't be sure, but I think it's actually come out of the university.
Yes.
But that is, as I understand it, this is a pilot arts event. With Atlantic project's running for about 3 weeks around various sites in the city.
Yes.
It's about obviously raising the profile of arts in the city with regard to working up to the 2020 Mayflower celebrations.
Plymouth Art Weekend this weekend.
Yeah, I think that was planned deliberately, because Art Weekend is already an established event.
To fund both.
Yeah, so bring them both together so people can understand what's, can experience both at the same time.
So how long is this on for?
Well, this is on until tomorrow night. We take it out on Monday.
Yeah. And how can people contact you?
How can they contact me?
Or people related to this exhibition?
Well, they can either contact me through the Atlantic project,
yes.
Or just search for me online. I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Can you give us your name again?
Simon Honeywell.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice one.
There's a story attached to his hair, in fact, because I originally made it to match his trunks.
So who is he then?
Well, he's sort of Beckham, you see. He's sort of David Beckham.
Yes.
Shades of. But anyway, the trouble is I gave him beautiful spiky hair, as was the time, to match the trunks. But anyway, everybody in the gallery thought that he was wonderful apart from the hair, so I had to go in there with my pliers and give him...
So when did you do the Beckham then? Was it before he passed his driving test?
Oh yes, yes indeed. No, this was, I don't know, this was a few years ago.
Yeah, it's really good. What's it like being based in Plymouth?
I like it, to be quite honest. I've still got my work elsewhere.
Yeah.
In fact, there's actually quite a lot of work to be had down here, which is which is great. I wasn't banking on that. But so, yes, keeping busy indeed.
Well, it's a beautiful weekend for Plymouth Arts Weekend this year.
Well, it is. I think we're very lucky, and I wish I was able to
get out there and see it. Now here we are, here's a young fan. This is what we want.
She likes football.
Inspiring the young.
Well, thanks a lot for your time anyway.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Nice. Yours.
3, 2, 1. What are your names?
I'm Emma.
Yeah, I'm Sarah.
What's this gallery?
This is the event space in Ocean Studios.
Yeah, and you're part of Plymouth Art Weekend.
That's right.
We are. We've got studios Sarah's upstairs, I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
But we've been given this space for the event, so it's really exciting actually. But we can't put anything on the walls because of the grade 1, grade 2 listed, whatever. Anyway,
yes.
So we came up with this idea of the easels, and we think it works really well.
Are you based in Plymouth?
Yes. So we've both got studios here at the Royal William Yard.
So how long have you been here?
Well, I've been here a year.
About, a bit more than that. Yeah.
So what's your art about?
Okay, well, my art's mostly food-based.
Yes.
And I...
You think of food a lot.
Yeah, I do. So mostly it's ink pigment and pastel.
Yes. Are you college trained or have you been to university?
I haven't, no. I'm self-trained. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sometimes
I've only been doing it for a year, so this
Yeah.
is my second exhibition.
Cool. So you've got heads here. What are the heads of?
I beg your pardon?
The schools.
Oh, right, sorry, yeah. That's
Sorry, yeah.
Well, most of my things are found things, either food or found things, or spoons, or things that just take my fancy. But the skull came from a walk on Dartmoor a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And it lives in my garden, and as the year changes, it sort of changes colour. So
Yeah.
you can see the algae growing on it.
The colour gets into that.
So in the summer, though, it's very bleached, and in the winter, it gets all kind of covered in moss and algae.
How long did it take you to define your style then?
Oh,
It's very good considering you're self-taught.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes better actually than being trained into set ways of thinking.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I've only been drawing and painting about 2 years, 18
Yes.
months. So I think it's still evolving. But
So what made you decide to go into art?
when did I decide to go into art?
Well, what made you decide to go into art or start developing art?
I'm not entirely sure, actually. I think it's getting my children going to school and wanting to have a career change. And I one day picked up a box of pastels, and I produced the tomato picture you can see at the end, and I realised I could do it.
Is this your first exhibition?
It's my second one.
Right.
So I had my first one a couple of months ago in the space downstairs. This is the second one.
No, it's great artwork.
Thank you, thank you.
Very
Well,
detailed.
virtually everything I paint, I eat afterwards. So.
You have to get that in the right order.
It's the unique selling point.
Yeah. And have you got a website?
I do, yes. sarahhoneywell.art.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
My drawings are over here. My name's Emma Spring.
Okay. Do you want me to?
Yes, come and have a look. I started at the beginning of this year, January, on a completely new project. Prior to this, I've been a mosaicist, so I've spent 30 years doing mosaics. I decided that I want to reinvent myself as a fine artist.
Yeah.
So I literally, this year, put away all my tools and tiles and got out a piece of paper and a pencil. And I thought, where do you start? You start with line. So this is literally where I started. So I'm learning about mark making, and these are very fine lines. And it's about the tension also between the lines that's important to me. And then they sort of progress, and the lines start to move, and the separation started to move. And so then they became more kind of like waves, sort of landscape or
Are you inspired
landscapes.
by nature and
often the light, the day, how I'm feeling, the music that's on, there's all sorts of, so I'm kind of responding to my emotion and place, but also sort of finding a visual language to describe my universe or so then they become more kind of fractured and complicated, and then they This is number 4. There was a blob of ink that fell off the bottom of the pen, so I just thought, well, I have to go with that. And then they're starting to sort of coming, you know, they're beginning to break away from each other. So there's a sort of entropy also kind of coming in here.
Yeah.
And this is the last one of this series, and we're beginning to go off the page.
Yeah.
So there we are. Yeah.
So have you been to Lisbon?
Have I been? No, I haven't.
Seen the works there?
No.
It's tremendous. If you're
Really?
into ceramics and
Yeah.
sort of.
Oh, do you mean the
tiles.
mosaics?
The mosaics,
Yes. Yeah. No, I have seen many mosaics, but I haven't been to Lisbon. Gaudi always comes to mind, you know.
Yeah. A lot of traders nicking them off people's houses and selling them in the local markets.
Oh,
So it's
no.
causing all sorts of problems over there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's very good. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Nice one. Thank you.
You're going to ask me questions?
Hello, Martin. How are you?
I'm good.
So it's been about 2 years since I last spoke to you.
Is it that long? My goodness. Right, okay.
So what have you been doing with this song?
I've been hiding in my usual space, painting and creating and, you know, running a business as an artist type thing. That's what I do. It's what I do best.
And you're still in the Royal William Yard in Plymouth?
I am, and delighted to have 2 extra little rooms for this Plymouth Art Weekender.
Yeah.
And it prompted me to what would I display, and I just suddenly thought, I've got some big old canvases, such as this one here. First canvas I ever did in the William Yard.
Yeah.
14 years ago.
My word.
And as a painter, I've been making my living at it for 20 years. I thought, 20 years as an artist, great title. And it morphed into this 2-3 room exhibition.
The time flies, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, 14 years you're thinking, I must be looking old as well as getting old.
It's something of a change, actually.
But you just realise age is just a number.
Yeah.
You just get on with it, you
It's
know.
an obsession with a lot of people. How old are you?
Yeah. Well, people find out how old I am when they ask me a painting I say I did last week. They ask me how long did that painting take. I say 53.
Yeah.
And they look at me gormlessly. I said, yes, I'm 53.
Cool, nice one. What are you doing well for 53?
Thank you. Yes, I've always had a young face or a fat face, not sure which.
Cool. So let's have a look around. What have we got here?
Well, actually, next to my big first painting in the William Yard, which is Colour Rhythm,
Is this the Buddha?
is my last painting, my most recent painting, is my Buddha, sitting Buddha as I call it. So painted a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I like the colours in it.
And I just, I get very emotional about my work, I know. But that I just can't stop looking at. I don't want to sell it, you know, it's one of those.
I mean, it's spiritual and it's
the
cheerful
marks
and
and
happy at the same
the
time,
movement.
isn't it, with all those colours?
Yeah, and when I paint it's very subconscious, so
Yeah.
I love it when something happens from that. And you know that it's bang on, you know, it's got everything it needs in it. And actually, I was painting the statue, and what I found when I painted it, because there's a statue of Buddha you see everywhere in Thailand, what I painted was the human, not the statue. And that was a revelation. That was kind of, that is, I painted, therefore, actually, the king's son, who was the renowned Buddha in India, obviously, not in Thailand.
I think a lot of people that see a Buddha have a revelation.
I don't know, do they? I'm not them.
Cool, so what's this in the corner here?
Well, to start with, my bling pigs.
I like your bling.
Which have been great. That was part of my exhibition last year, which was all about my Thai temple, dual temple series as I called it.
Yeah.
So the gold leaf and the excitement of the colours.
I've never seen you wear a tie.
T-H-A-I.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And for example, these ones are quite interesting. The third one I'll show somewhere else.
They're really colourful, yeah.
This is the first letter of the Thai language.
Yeah.
I decided I want to put the symbols in. And that's, Gu Gai, temple. Now, Gu Gai is the first letter in the alphabet, as I said, and it means chicken.
Yeah.
Then this one here is the 4th letter of the alphabet in Thai, which is this shape here, Gu Kong, which means human.
Yeah.
Now, the important one that's missing, which is the one in the middle, which is on the show at the other identity fashion shop, is Kukai, which means egg.
Cool.
And then the whole series of work flowed from that. Chicken and egg, what came first? Human, perhaps.
Do you go to Thailand?
Every year, if I can, yes. I'm working hard now to sell small art so I can afford the plane flight and have a lovely time.
How long do you go for?
As long as I can. 3 weeks.
To go to Thailand, actually.
It's about 3 weeks usually. 6 weeks it wears me out. I have to get back home. One day I will live there, perhaps.
Do you speak the language?
Not enough.
Yeah.
No, I use my wife for that. She's very good at sort of speaking Thai. Actually, she's Thai, and she teaches me, and then I forget.
Is she from Thailand?
Yes, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. Taught me so much in life.
So you got close ties to her relatives?
Yes. Well, I like have a family there, you
missed
know.
That line.
Huh?
You missed that line.
I did miss that line.
Close tie to the relatives. Sorry. We'll go there. I'm being too silly.
You're fine. That one's 2011 Fusion Seas. Just in celebration of colour, the blues. People love the blues. But it's quite stormy. I quite enjoyed the stormy. And I was making these marks scribing through. It's a very experimental kind of piece for me. You know, it had a sense of where am I going to next.
You're prolific, aren't you?
Well, I like painting, you know, and I've got time, so I don't have another job like others.
Just go to your main room and have a
Yes, please follow through. Yeah. Follow through. Excuse the people, we're busy today, which is great.
Reverb!
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I just love putting these paintings in here.
Yeah.
What a beautiful white space it is, and the people who own this space and kind of lent it to me have said I might be able to keep it a bit longer for my exhibition. I think that's a go, and because they've seen it and gone, wow, this looks great. And it's nice. This was about getting my old canvases out that haven't been seen for 5-6 years, most of them.
What's this one?
And revisiting them. Now that is the, if you like, I call my sister or brother and sister to my sitting Buddha. I did at the same time. Now that has a funny story, because I thought, right, I'm going to paint the Buddha's face. But what happens when I paint? I don't calculate. I just kind of let it happen. Subconscious, whatever you want to call it. And I stood it up just after nearly completing it, let's say. And I stood up and went, oh my God, it's my wife again. And it is. Anyone knows my wife, that's how she looks, don't get me wrong. But the features, the cheek, the hairdo, the eyes, they're all there.
Is she cool about that?
So that's also obviously a very, very special painting to me.
What? We've got some in the other rooms.
There are other things in the other rooms, yeah, of course. This one is painted in 2007. I've noted all the paintings with a clear symbol of what year I painted them.
Yeah.
In fact, over here, before we go through there, quickly, these two have never been on the display before, but note the date.
Picasso.
1998. Yeah. I lived in Thailand then, and I started painting then. So these ones are not for sale unless you're very rich and want to make my day, but I will revisit this series again, but I haven't done anything else like it since. So they're 20 years old.
How long were you living in Thailand for then?
I was there 9 months total.
So you must have come straight from Thailand and come here, because it's about 20 years when I first saw you, I think.
6 years in Wales actually, and I've been in Plymouth 15 years.
Northern Wales or Southern?
South Wales, Tintern Abbey.
Yeah.
So my birth of my practice as an artist, let's say, was in a valley, surrounded by trees and
men and sheep are scared.
There you go. I could see England from where I lived though, so I felt safe on the other side of the river. So yes, and then come through this room where they've got actually some just nice isolated pieces. So lovely to put my art up for a change again, where there's one painting on the wall. Might look better with a bit of light. And having fun of putting up a few little trinkets like my painting on frames. Yeah. I love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I love this piece. You can just buy that, I reckon.
You just put it around your head.
You know.
You stand in the window.
Yeah. They always like to have these little extra things. And there's another lovely little one in there, that room. See that? Yeah. It's all about seeing the journey from start to finish of my work.
What's this one?
And well, that one, as I call it, it's sort of one of a kind. There's only one like it. Yeah. Mother and baby. Just enjoyed. I just remember enjoying that painting. It's never been on show before. 2014. It wasn't that old. But there's marks. I like looking at the marks I've made, and then I use those marks somewhere else again on the next painting
Beautiful views as well.
Views are nice. And then sort of finally-ish, the 2 back rooms are on the paintings that I did in Wales. And generally haven't been on show that much in Plymouth. And I've let people know they'll have to come and visit how I paint these. It's written on the sheet. Don't film that bit, I want them to come here. And 2 lovely ones here also.
Nice one.
And yeah, they go back 2005, 2003.
Yeah.
The last of a big series that I've sold all the best.
So you just finish up in your main hall again?
Yes, yes.
In your office room?
In my office. Okay. You've scared everyone off again.
A maze.
We've scared them all off. Right, yeah, so this is the main hub, as I call it. This is where it all happens.
They're all nice, bright and vibrant colours.
Yes, yes. My art installation piece would be a light box above the door that would light up with the words wow every time someone walks around the corner and goes wow, because 9 times out of 10 that's what I get out of people when they first see this room.
Yeah.
With its what's that expressive
What did you think
word?
of Robert Lenkowitz's work?
Well, his work was totally different, obviously, to what I'm doing.
But he was prolific like you.
Was he more prolific than me? I don't know.
No, I'm not saying more prolific. I said he was prolific like you.
Sure, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Say the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, we all love Lanky. We loved his storyline, you know, and his eccentricity, really. I never met him, unfortunately.
You haven't got any bodies hidden away anywhere then?
Yeah, no. His world was a million different, you know, a million miles away from mine.
Yeah.
My way of thinking in life.
Yeah.
I'm the 21st century artist, he's the 20th century artist.
Yeah.
That's what I like to say. Sort of thing, you know.
So what's your website again? Martin Bush?
Martin Bush, I'm at the Royal William Yard,
yes,
in the guardhouse on the left as you come through the gate. Open for this whole weekend, obviously. And then thereafter I'm open with the other rooms. Not Monday, I'm going to have a day off. And then thereafter, you can find my information on my website, www.martinbush.co.uk.
Thank you very much. Nice to catch you.
Thank you. Lovely. Lovely to see you again.
You can find Plymouth Art Weekenders at Plymouth Art Weekend on Facebook. You can find these Plymouth artists on Plymouth Art Weekend on Facebook. This has been a Chris Summerfield video 2018. You can contact me at ccsPhoto12@hotmail.com, and if you can help to sponsor my videos, you can PayPal me at ccsPhoto1@gmail.com. Thanks for watching the video. It's a lifestyle.